Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope you're doing well. I do want to take just a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Gemini out there, so guys, take what resonates for you. Just leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind the energies can reverse, so if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, even if it's on the other side. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. Gemini. All right, Gemini, you are starting out with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. You have the Nine of Swords, and coming out together, we have the Strength card in reverse and the King of Wands. You could be dealing with a soulmate, somebody you've had a very passionate connection with. I feel like in the past, you perhaps were not really taking action towards this person, but there's action that's being taken place now, or that is taking place now, but you're worried about this. You're concerned about this. There's a lot of anxiety. You think about this a lot, especially at night, because there's some fear involved with the action that you're taking here. You're definitely very drawn to someone. You're very attracted to someone. And I feel like you were holding back from this person. And now there's this energy of, you know what, I'm going to take the action, but I'm a little worried about it. I'm a little scared to do so. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Gemini's energy. Show me who is in Gemini's energy. One moment. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords reversed, and coming out together is the Three of Cups reversed along with the King of Swords in the reverse. This person is experiencing some sort of a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson here. I do feel like this is somebody who maybe you're not talking to currently. This is somebody who can be a little immature in the way that they handle situations. They have a lack of clarity here. There's something that they are trying to figure out. They're not telling you about this if there is communication. Although for most of you, it looks like you're not currently talking to this person. This is somebody who, you know, could have been dishonest. There was a ending of some sort of a solid foundation here. Oh, and for some of you as well, this person could have ended something with somebody new as well. They would not be talking to that person, but they may be kind of keeping some things to themselves about it as well. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. See, they're lacking clarity. They're looking for clarity in some sort of a situation. Show me. It's a little mini. Let's try that again. Show me the energy between Gemini and this person. The Hierophant reverse. Yeah, you've had an ending with this person. You were in some sort of a solid connection with this person, and I feel like they may have even dated others as well. There could have been somebody new in their energy that they are no longer with. But I feel like you were afraid to take action towards this person, but you are doing it now. You're overcoming your fear to do so. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Three of Swords reversed. You want to heal the connection. Yeah, this was painful for both of you, and they don't know if this can be healed. There's this energy here that they lack the clarity. They may also feel like they don't know if you're coming towards them with the complete truth. There's a lot of doubt in their energy, but what's affecting the connection is that there's healing that's taking place, especially if there was any third-party energy. Let me see the outcome, please. Show me the outcome for Gemini. Show me the outcome. I definitely feel like you both were very hurt when this connection ended. the Death card. Now that can be a final ending, or that could be a transformation. And in this situation, it does look like it's more of a transformation. So we'll clarify to see. And the reason I say that is because we have this healing card right in the center of your reading. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. That's underlying energy. You may be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign, but what this is indicating is that there's still a lot of emotions that are here, but they're being held back. They're being, you know, submerged a little bit. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Queen of Wands in the reverse? Why is the Queen of Wands in the reverse? All right, we have the Six of Wands and we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're wanting this to be successful, and that's why you're so worried, you're so upset. See, you're trying to heal this. You want to heal this. You want to bring balance into this. You want an equal give and take, and you want it to be successful. And so you're kind of holding back because you're like, well, is it possible that it can be successful? I don't know. You are showing up here as being very generous, and I also feel like some of you might be in the public eye in some manner. It looks like your money is looking pretty good. You're feeling good about that. All right, we have the Eight of Cups reversed, and we have the Tower in reverse. That's that painful situation. It caused a Tower moment for you. So you're trying to avoid any further Tower moments with this person. Now, this is a situation that somebody in this connection walked away, either you or the other person. But regardless, I see in your energy, you're considering, if I come back towards this person, is it going to cause a whole other Tower moment? Or is it possible that we can heal this? Would it be successful? Let me see your bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy. You feel this person's a soulmate. Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so what happens here is you are finally deciding, you know, even though this is a scary proposition for you, you're going to overcome your fear and you're going to begin to move towards this person with the idea of healing the connection, transforming this. And I feel like you want to, you know, take the right actions to put the two of you back on the same page. You're stepping into your power here when you make this decision and you take action. Why? Well, because even though this is a scary proposition for you, you think that this person is your wish fulfillment. And so I feel like you will be moving towards this person. Let me see their energy now. Spirit, why is the Page of Wands in reverse for the person in Gemini's energy? I'm going to try that again. I need it simple. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse for the person in Gemini's energy? Three of Coins reversed, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this person in the past, during this period where you have been inactive, you've decided, you know, you got to think about this a little more. You don't want to cause another Tower moment. This person, I do feel like, was dating, and they could still currently be dating, but they're not finding what it is that they're looking for. They've gone through at least two, possibly more people, and I do feel that, you know, at this point, they're basically saying, you know, Gemini, we had a soul contract here, and you crushed that. And so, no, I can't, you know, accept whatever it is that you're offering me. But this looks like past energy here because it's associated with the ending of the connection. And it's associated with, you know, this Three of Coins here. This person felt like there was a solid foundation. There was this commitment between the two of you, and that ended. And I do feel like when that ended, this person was searching for, you know, someone else and didn't find what they were searching for. Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse? Okay, so we have the Strength card, the Devil. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Leo. And we have the Six of Swords in the upright. So they're looking for clarification. They're trying to address their own issues. It looks like this person feels like they have some toxic issues. So I see this person working on themselves so that they can move towards a more peaceful situation. Now, that being said, I do also feel like this person has very strong feelings for you that they're not expressing, that they're not telling you here. They're lacking some clarity in how to overcome the toxic elements, either within themselves or within the connection, or both. But at the end of the day, they want to heal the connection just as much as you do. They have extremely strong feelings for you. Let me see the bottom energy for the person in Gemini's energy. This person feels like there was a very strong connection, like you are a temptation for them, and they're trying to see, they want peace in their life. They've gone through some sort of a karmic cycle here, and they want peace in their life, and they are so tempted by this connection, and they feel like they have to overcome that because there's something toxic about it in order to have peace in their life. Let me see the bottom energy for the person in Gemini's energy, please. All right, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have the Fool, and we have the Empress in the reverse. All right, so this person does want to have a new beginning with you. We have this Fool here. They're going to take a risk. But that being said, it does appear that there are things that this person is keeping to themselves. I feel like this is somebody who I'm seeing like they're working on themselves with some toxic energy internally. And it's because this person needs to really look at their own value, their own self-worth. There's also this energy of them holding back a little bit from this connection fully healing because they have trust issues. They may feel that you're not telling them everything. I don't think it's going to stop them from moving back into this connection, but there's some things here that have to be addressed. There's some energy here where this person feels like if they reunite with you, it's going to be at some point, it's going to like distract from their own abundance, from their own value, their own self-worth, which, you know, they're not really telling you this. They also feel like you're not being completely honest and upright with them. This makes them feel unhappy. Now, are they going to take a risk? I do think so. And if you're the cross watcher, I can tell you right now that and I can't guarantee anything, of course, but what I'm seeing in this person's energy, I'm not seeing them with any sort of deception, although you may be wondering about that. So let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. You could be dealing, Gemini, with a Pisces, a Libra. It's very strong energy of Libra, and very strong Taurus energy here as well. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. The Hierophant. They feel like this was never over between the two of you. The actual physical connection ended. It was unstable, but they never felt like it was over. We have the Hierophant. We have the Two of Swords. So I do feel like you're trying to figure out how to make this successful, how to balance this out. You don't want to take action that's going to cause harm. So it's causing a little bit of indecision for you. But I'm telling you, this person in your energy, Gemini, they feel like they have always been committed to you and committed to this connection, even when there was the lack of communication, even when there was an ending in the connection, even when they were trying to find, you know, love elsewhere. There was still this sense of commitment here in, you know, with this connection, and they definitely do want the connection. I also feel like they're dealing with some toxic energy within themselves that, you know, they almost feel like if they move back into this connection, because this is such a strong connection and there was a level of toxicity in it, it's almost like they feel as if they do that, it's going to actually deter them from their own healing. Now, let me see the energy that's affecting this connection. Oh, you love them. King of Cups. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Yeah. So you definitely love this person. You're trying to make sure that your actions towards this person don't create another tower moment. And that's what's worrying you so badly. It's your fear. Your fears are coming out here. I feel like, you know, you want to rebuild this connection. When this connection ended, it definitely caused a huge tower moment for you. And you have been thinking about this person ever since. And I feel like they have been too. You have deep feelings for this person. There is still some stuck energy here that will affect the healing. It has to do with this person needing to continue to work on toxic elements within themselves as well as within this connection. So I do feel like, you know, they may slow this down a little bit in order to make sure that they're continuing their healing and that this connection is moving towards a healed energy. However, that being said, even if they do slow this down a little bit, this person feels deeply committed to this connection and they are going to take a risk here. Let me see the Death card. Show me the Death card. Show me the outcome. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have the Sun in reverse. And we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So you're all about the reconciliation. You're definitely moving towards this person. You've made the decision that this is your soulmate. You're moving towards this person and you want this transformation. So what is the transformation? Well, it's to bring this Queen of Pentacles into the upright position, which would, you know, because you felt a deep sense of loss. You both did. But there's still a lack of stability here as this connection is trying to transform. You're all in. I can see it, Gemini. You're willing to go slowly, though. You definitely are, because there's still some things you need to work on as well. And I do feel like this person could be kind of slowing things down, Gemini. The reason is because they lack the clarity in how to create a very stable connection here. This person is dealing with issues of value, self-worth. There's a lot of mistrust here. They're also holding back some information here as well. And so they're going to hold this back a little bit because they experience such a deep sense of loss, and they're also fearful that it will not be a stable connection. So I feel like this is going to be a rough transition. Are they going to do it? Yeah, they are. They're taking that risk because they do feel devoted to this connection. So I do see this reconciliation happening, but I also feel like there's a lot of unhappiness and a lot of things that either this person's been holding back or they think you've been holding back, and they feel that that is going to derail this. So their fears are on the line here as well. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. This is underlying energy. And so I do feel like you were weighing up the pros and cons about whether, because we have the King of Cups reversed, and here what's affecting the connection is you expressing those feelings, those emotions that previously you were holding back. Why? Well, because you made that decision to do so after weighing up the pros and cons and deciding that, yeah, you want to balance this connection out. So I say kudos to you, Gemini. It does look like it's going to move forward, but there will be some hiccups in it because you still have some healing to do. This person has some healing to do. And I also feel like this person's going to slow this down a little bit because of their fears as well. So let's pull a few cards and see if there's any further messages for Gemini or the Cross Watcher. All right, so we have the Chaser. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. That could be either of you. Take it as it resonates. But we also have Healing Heart, which is in the center of your reading. healing from heartbreak, and freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. So I do see healing coming into this. This could be a twin flame connection where we have a runner and a chaser dynamic. But I feel like there is healing that is happening here, but it's going to take a little bit of time. I hope this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you have resonated with this, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video so other Geminis get this message as well. Until I see you in your next reading, Gemini, know that you are loved, and namaste.